I used to work the night shift at a small private hospital outside the city. It wasn't modern or busy, just quiet hallways, old lights, and the constant hum of machines. Night shifts were long, and silence felt heavier after midnight. At 1:10 a.m., one of the CCTV screens flickered. Camera 6, third floor corridor. For a second it showed static, then returned to normal. That's when I noticed someone standing near room 312. The room was empty. It had been locked for weeks. The figure was a woman wearing a hospital gown, bare feet, long black hair covering her face. She stood completely still, facing the wall. I called the nurse station on the third floor and asked if any patient was walking around. The nurse sounded confused and told me all patients were in bed and room 312 was locked. When I looked back at the screen, the hallway was empty. I tried to convince myself I was tired. 2:02 a.m. The elevator alarm went off on the third floor. I grabbed my flashlight and went upstairs. The elevator doors were open, but no one was inside. The hallway lights flickered as I stepped. That's when I heard soft footsteps behind me, bare feet against the floor, slow and calm. I turned around. Nothing was. My radio suddenly crackled with static, and I heard breathing through it. Not mine. I went back downstairs immediately. Camera 6 turned on by itself. The woman was back, closer now. She slowly lifted her head and looked straight into the camera, straight at me. Her mouth opened, but no sound came out. All the screens went black. The lights dimmed. The hospital went completely silent. I heard someone whisper my name right next to my ear. I ran out and never returned. Later, I found out a woman had died in room 312 during surgery. Time of death, 1:10 a.m. They say the cameras still show her sometimes, standing, facing the wall. Wait, no one talked about room 312 anymore. After I quit, the hospital closed the third floor for 3 months. Officially, it was for renovations. Unofficially, nurses refused to work there. Patients complained about feeling watched. Machines turned off by themselves. Call buttons rang from empty rooms. When the third floor finally reopened, everything looked different. New paint, new lights, new cameras, but they kept the same room numbers. My replacement was a quiet guy named Aaron, early 30s, married, needed the job. On his first night shift, he noticed camera 6 behaved strangely. The hallway near room 312 looked blurred, like someone was standing too close to the lens. When he zoomed in, the blur didn't sharpen, it just breathed. At 1:10 a.m., the blur moved. Aaron radioed the nurse station. They told him no one was assigned to that room. The door was still locked. Maintenance had sealed it again after complaints from patients in nearby rooms. At 2:02 a.m., the elevator alarm went off. Third floor. Aaron took the service stairs. The elevator doors were open when he arrived, empty. The hallway lights flickered, even though the wiring was brand new. That's when he heard footsteps. Bare feet. Slow, wet, calm. His body camera caught him whispering, "Hello?" The footage shows something step into frame behind him. The video cuts to static. At 6 a.m., Aaron never clocked out. They found his badge outside room 312. The door was still locked from the outside. Security footage from camera 6 showed something worse. At exactly 1:10 a.m., Aaron was standing in the hallway, barefoot, hospital gown, facing the wall next to room 312, not moving. At 2:02 a.m., a second figure appeared beside him. Long black hair, head tilted. Both figures stood perfectly still, facing the wall, waiting. The hospital shut down the third floor again, but the cameras still record something every night. 2 shapes, sometimes 3, standing where room 312 should be, facing the wall, waiting for the next shift to begin.